Okay, guys, you can see I put. Wait. Huh. Okay, guys, you can see I played a little of the game offline. So, I just like his route so much. I like how she said his name. Like, she said, Amarius. Diana pushed off from the archway and walked towards us, making the boys step closer to me and protect us circle. Diana laughed.
My. What has the world come to? A group of demons protecting a human girl? I'll tell you right now, she's not that pretty. And from what I can tell, she's still a virgin.
Oh, love it. Sexuality. My face grew red in complete anger and embarrassment. How dare she? I should keep quiet and let them handle it. They shook and smirked at me, knowing that I wanted to hit her, but control myself.
Such control you have, human. You know your place very well.
I didn't control the girl to scream on her throat. However,
well, will you all change your minds? I assure you, it's for the greater good.
I expected the boys to say no. What I heard was complete silence. None of the boys replied to Diana, showing both nervous and fearful as to why. Diana leaned her head back a bit, surprised for a different reason.
No. Well, I see.
What sounds true of them saying to her? I looked around at the boys and saw the disobedience in their eyes. Give me my answer. I felt my heart flutter, especially when my eyes landed on Sam. Keep close to me, glaring daggers to Diana. I could feel that he was completely adamant in his choice to stay. I don't know what, but I was comparatively happy to know he wanted to stay. Diana sighed and pressed a finger into her temple, rubbing it gently.
Either all of you are playing a very convincing hard-to-get game, or you all must be out of your minds.
Diana didn't look at me, locking her gaze with mine, as if to read me. I could tell she wanted to do something, but the boys would stop her, so the stare was only her only available action. After a small moment of silence, Diana looked at us before breaking her gaze while smiling to the boys around me.
Very well. I guess I'll take my leave now.
What? Her leave? Was she serious? The boys around me straightened up and put confused looks on their face as Diana sucked back away from us with a small bow, flaunting her cleavage. With another word, a deeper pentagram appeared under her feet, and Diana's body slowly sank to the floor. As her head vanished into the door, the pentagram vanished. At once, the boys relaxed and slowly began to return to their spots at the table, each in deep thought.
She'll be back, but she won't kill us. She needs us alive.
Whatever. We'll just keep saying no. She can't force us to come back.
She can't do anything but annoy us. Eventually she'll give up.
That's the hope, anyway.
Hopefully. Sam walked over to me and placed a hand on my shoulder, looking at me with concern.
If she comes after you, you need to tell us, okay?
I nodded, knowing that he wanted to protect me. Sam gently took his hand from my shoulder and very gently moved a strand of hair from my face. However, making me blush and forget what I was thinking about. The sound of chuckles and playful snickers through the air make me blush even more. As Sam grunted in reply, the laughter stopped. I looked to see he was glaring at his brothers, a fistful in his hand, ready to swing at one of them. He and I pulled away from each other, just as the sound of Naomi's car appeared. I quickly ate my food, waved to the boys in love, confident that nothing was going to happen. Never ever said that nothing will happen before the day is over. I avoided talking about the ride back home yesterday, saying that the ride was one-time thing. I'll be riding with you guys from now on to and from school. The girls seemed very happy. We went to school, quickly gathered our things from our lockers and headed to class. There were no events to our surprise. History was exactly fun, but our teacher was great. At least we have been great if he wasn't in class that day. Naomi and Suzu took their seats around me. Suzu in front of me, Naomi beside me. Before class bell rang and the class was greeted by the dean.
Students, you'll be having a substitute for class today. Everyone meet
Miss Diana.
My heart stopped. At the door with the dean was Diana, looking over the students, smirking as her eyes landed on me. She strutted to the teacher's desk, ignoring our welcome. The verses from other students were sitting on the wood and crossing her legs.
Thank you, Dean. You can go now.
With a wave of Diana's hand, the dean left the classroom, closed the door, left the area. Diana smiled at us, making my stomach turn. What was she going to do?
So, history. History. Such a silly thing, isn't it? I mean, what do we care about the past? We're in the present.
The rest of the class, including Naomi and Suzu, hesitantly nodded in agreement. Unsure about this new teacher, but wanting to listen more of what she had to say.
The present is so full of wonderful things. While the labors of the past are the reason we have many things, it is our chance and privilege to utilize what has been given to us.
Her charm was almost infectious. The class was practically starting to eat out of her hand. I looked around to see classmates grinning and agreeing with Diana, and pressed my lips together as I listened further. I had no choice.
What's even funnier about human beings is that some of the bits of history we hear as either made up or completely biased to one side. It's like a story you read as a child. You hear of the princess and the prince, and they live happily ever after. But what about the family she left behind? What of her friends?
The students listened and agreed and jumped into our words. I could tell, however, that these words were all targeted at me.
The original story of The Little Mermaid, a perfect example of biased opinion. Here we have a girl who thinks she can be with this prince, but this prince has to marry a princess. What would happen if the mermaid had her way? Would makes the mermaid so important that the princess has to suffer the consequences.
Just keep quiet. I kept my mouth shut. There was no way I was going to let her get to me. Despite her being the teacher, I was going to ignore her. There was no telling what she could do if I talked back. Diana looked at me, expecting me to speak, but I merely stared at her. A smirk graced her face, a glare graced mine. I didn't need to fight to win.
It's still something to think about, however, as we think of this story. It's so easy to believe that the mermaid was the heroine. But what of the poor princess? Why should the princess suffer the antics of a mermaid? The princess didn't do anything wrong to her.
More nonsense. I knew this was all subliminal message to me to make me pity her. My anger didn't allow any leeway to feel pity for her. How long was she planning to drag this out? She wasn't a real teacher. Diana continued to rave about the injustice the princess had to suffer throughout. The mermaid was in the prince's sight. To Diana, it was injustice. To me, it was a fairy tale. The boy chose me. He chose me. She wasn't going to convince them otherwise, and I wasn't going to let her. Diana stretched her arms up and making an obvious sexual noise that made some of the boys in the class shift in their seats. I rolled my eyes.
Well, that's enough about fairy tales. After all, the Little Mermaid was fated to lose her prince in the original story anyway. It was for the better, though. The kingdoms, I'm sure, flourished, and the prince and princess lived happily ever after.
You do not want her to get to you, because I could tell she was trying to pull me to speak more and more. I knew she was wrong, but I wasn't irritated enough to fall for her words and speak up. I thought just watch and observe for the remainder of class. Her class had become a lecture, and no one spoke as she spouted nonsense. Diana didn't stop talking to the clock on the wall, reading it quickly. This class had barely begun. Why was she looking at the time? Diana leaned against the blackboard and smiled to us. I became worried.
You know what? School isn't important. Everyone, go ahead and head home. Take the week off.
The students began to chat happily or in confusion of the situation. Many thought it was a dream come true. Others knew better. For anyone could protest, however, Diana pressed a finger to her lips and counted down with her fingers in the air. 3, 2, 1. The speaker of the classroom gently awoke, giving us an absolute we could never believe.
Attention students! Due to an emergency faculty meeting, we will be closing school for the remainder of the day and this entire week. Please leave the school quickly and quietly and have a good rest of the week.
She used her powers on them. Damn it. I felt the need to stop her. But now, could I stop the demon in the middle of a public area? Diana smiled before gesturing to the door.
Have a nice week off. School will resume next week.
Many of the students filed out, chatting to each other about the new improved plan. Susan was beyond happy, but Naomi was hesitant. Before we could back up and leave, Diana stepped to us.
Excuse me, little miss. I'd like you to stay a little while. There's something we need to discuss.
As Diana looked to Susan Naomi, she snapped her fingers, making my friends tense up.
You two can head home. Don't worry about your friend until next week, okay? If you contact her, she won't reply, so don't bother. If she contacts you, ignore her, because she's just fine.
As if on demand, Susan Naomi left the room. I tried to march out the room, but Diana stepped in my path, warning me with her eyes that if I followed there, would be hell to play. I had lost my two friends, at least for the week. Diana and I were alone, just like she wanted. I slammed my hands on the desk in front of me and glared at Diana. What are you doing? And what are you thinking?
What? Do I not make a good teacher? I figured you should have a little lesson, so I took matters into my own hands.
Why is they playing this kind of music? Whatever you're trying to do won't work.
You really think so, dear? And what makes you so sure about that?
What